Most people wake up, check their phones, and immediately feel behind. The day hasn't even started, and already there's anxiety, emails, news, 100 things demanding your attention before you've even had a chance to center yourself. The ancient Stoics would have found this strange, not because they didn't face their own chaos, they did. Marcus Aurelius led an empire during plague and war. Seneca navigated the treacherous politics of Nero's court. Epictetus was born into slavery. These weren't philosophers sitting in ivory towers. They were people dealing with real pressure, real danger, real life. But they had something most of us don't: a daily practice, a set of rituals that kept them grounded no matter what the day threw at them. Today we're going to walk through the daily Stoic rituals that can give you the same foundation. Not theory, not philosophy for the sake of philosophy. Practical habits you can start using today to build calm, focus, and inner peace, even in the middle of ordinary chaos. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete daily routine, morning to evening. Something concrete you can actually implement starting tomorrow. Let's begin. Part 1. The foundation. Why daily rituals matter. Here's the truth the Stoics understood. Your thoughts don't just happen to you, they're patterns. And patterns can be trained. Most people live reactively. Something happens, they react. Someone criticizes them, they get defensive. Traffic makes them late, they get angry. They're being tossed around by circumstances, never quite in control of their own minds. The Stoic approach is different. It's about building daily rituals that train your mind before the chaos hits. Think of it like this. You don't learn to stay calm in a crisis by waiting for the crisis. You build the skill in the quiet moments, so when pressure comes, you're ready. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not as a book for publication, but as a daily practice. Every morning, he reminded himself of core principles. Every evening, he reviewed his actions. These weren't occasional exercises. They were daily rituals, non-negotiable. And that's the key word, ritual. Not something you do when you feel like it, something you do because it's part of the structure of your day, like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it because you're too busy. You don't skip it because you're tired. You do it because this is how you maintain yourself. So let's build that structure. We're going to look at 4 cornerstone rituals: morning reflection, negative visualization, the midday pause, and evening self-examination. Each one serves a specific purpose. Together, they create a complete daily practice. Part 2. The deeper wisdom. What the Stoics actually taught. Before we get into the specific rituals, let's understand the philosophy behind them. The Stoics divided life into 2 categories: what's in your control and what's not. Most people spend most of their energy worrying about things they can't control: other people's opinions, the past, the future, external outcomes. Epictetus said it clearly: make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Not with resignation, with focus. You direct your energy where it can actually make a difference. Your own thoughts, your own choices, your own responses. This is what these daily rituals train. They're exercises in control. Not controlling the world, you can't, but controlling your own mind, which is the only real control you'll ever have. Second principle. Virtue is the only true good. Not comfort, not success, not having things go your way. Virtue, which means living according to wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. The daily rituals we're about to discuss aren't about feeling good. They're about being good, acting in accordance with your values regardless of how you feel or what's happening around you. And third, memento mori. Remember death. Not in a morbid way, but as a clarifying force. You have limited time. That meeting you're dreading, that person you've been meaning to forgive, that fear that's been holding you back. When you remember you're mortal, suddenly it's easier to see what actually matters. These principles aren't abstract. They're the foundation of the rituals. Keep them in mind as we move forward. Part 3. The practical rituals. Your daily Stoic practice. Now let's get specific. Here's how you actually build a Stoic day. Morning ritual. The premeditatio. Start your day before the world gets to you. This means waking up and, before you check your phone, spending 10 minutes in reflection. The Stoics called this the morning premeditatio, the preparation. You're not just planning your schedule, you're preparing your mind for what the day will bring. Here's the practice. Sit quietly, take a few deep breaths, then ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What is in my control today? Maybe it's how you respond to a difficult conversation, how present you are with your kids, whether you keep your commitments to yourself. 2. What challenges might I face? Don't just think happy thoughts. The Stoics were realists. If you've got a tough meeting, acknowledge it. If you're running on little sleep, name it. Anticipate the difficulties. And 3. What kind of person do I want to be today? Patient, honest, disciplined? Choose 1 or 2 qualities and set the intention. Marcus Aurelius did this every morning. He'd write things like, "Today you will encounter busybodies, ingrates, the arrogant, but none of this can harm me, because I will not be affected by their judgment." He wasn't being pessimistic, he was being prepared. You can do this in a journal, you can do it in your head during your commute. The format doesn't matter. What matters is that you're training your mind to start the day with intention instead of reaction. Mid-morning practice, negative visualization. Here's where Stoicism gets counterintuitive and powerful. Negative visualization means imagining loss, not to torture yourself, but to build gratitude and reduce fear. Take 2 minutes, maybe during your coffee break, and imagine something you have being gone. Your health, your job, a relationship, not dwelling on disaster, just acknowledging this is temporary. I could lose this. The Stoics weren't being pessimistic, they were being realistic. Everything is impermanent. When you regularly acknowledge this, 2 things happen. 1. You stop taking things for granted. That ordinary Tuesday morning with your family becomes precious because you've reminded yourself it won't last forever. 2. You build resilience. Fear loses its power when you've already looked it in the face. If you've imagined losing your job, the threat of it becomes less paralyzing. You've already considered it. You know you'd find a way forward. Seneca practiced this constantly. He'd imagine exile, poverty, death. Not to be miserable, but to be free. When you've already accepted the worst, nothing can shake you. Try it today. Pick one thing you're afraid of losing, imagine it gone, feel the discomfort, then open your eyes and realize it's still here. Right now, in this moment, you have it. Let that sink in. Midday. Pause. The reset. You're halfway through your day. Maybe things are going well. Maybe they're not. Either way, you need a reset. This is simple. Find 2 minutes. Bathroom break. Lunch. Doesn't matter. Close your eyes and do a brief check-in. Ask, am I acting according to my values right now? Or am I just reacting? If someone frustrated you this morning, did you respond with patience or did you snap? If you're feeling stressed, are you catastrophizing or staying focused on what you can control? This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Epictetus said we should station a guardian at the door of our minds, checking every thought that tries to enter. This midday pause is that guardian. It's also a chance to course correct. Maybe you started the day with good intentions, and by noon you've forgotten them. This pause brings you back. You get a do-over. The afternoon can be different than the morning. In practical terms, this could look like a short walk, a few minutes of breathing, a simple reminder on your phone, am I being who I want to be right now? Evening ritual, the self-examination. This is where the Stoics truly distinguished themselves. Every single day they reviewed their actions. Seneca and Marcus Aurelius both wrote about this. Every evening before sleep, you examine the day. You ask 3 questions. 1. What did I do well? Where did I live according to my values? Maybe you stayed calm during a stressful moment. Maybe you were kind when you could have been cold. Acknowledge it. This isn't arrogance. It's recognizing when you were your best self. 2. What did I do poorly? Where did I fall short? Be honest, but not harsh. The Stoics were brutally truthful with themselves, but they didn't wallow in self-loathing. They looked at mistakes the way a scientist looks at data. Interesting. I reacted badly to criticism today. What can I learn from that? 3. What will I do differently tomorrow? This is crucial. You're not just reviewing, you're improving. If you were impatient with your partner, you make a plan. Tomorrow, I'll pause before responding. I'll remember what matters. Do this with a journal. Write 3 to 5 sentences. Nothing elaborate, just honest observation. Over time, this practice compounds. You start noticing patterns, the same triggers, the same mistakes, and slowly you start changing them. Not perfectly, not all at once, but gradually you become someone who acts with intention instead of impulse. Marcus Aurelius used his evening practice to remind himself of his mortality, his duties, and the shortness of life. He'd write, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Every evening, you get a chance to look at yourself clearly, to be better tomorrow than you were today. That's the ritual. Part 4. Making it real. Applying this in your actual life. Let's talk about how this actually works in a normal day. You're not a Roman emperor. You've got a job, maybe kids, responsibilities. You can't spend hours philosophizing, that's fine. Neither could the Stoics, really. These rituals are designed to fit into real life. Your morning reflection? That's 10 minutes before anyone else is awake, or during your commute. You're not adding an hour to your day. You're using time you already have. Negative visualization? 2 minutes while you're making lunch, standing in line at the grocery store, waiting for a meeting to start. The midday reset? Literally 2 minutes, close your office door, step outside, find a moment. The evening examination? 5 minutes before bed. Write in a notebook, use your phone. Keep it simple. Here's the important part. Start small. Don't try to do all 4 rituals perfectly tomorrow, pick one. Maybe the morning reflection. Do it for a week. Get comfortable with it. Then add the next one. The Stoics valued discipline, but they were also practical. Seneca said, "If you don't know where you're going, no wind is favorable." These rituals give you direction, but you have to actually do them. And here's what will happen. At first, it'll feel mechanical. You're going through the motions, that's okay, keep going. After a few weeks, you'll notice something shifting. You'll catch yourself staying calm in a moment that would have set you off before. You'll notice gratitude appearing without effort. You'll feel more solid. That's what daily practice does. It changes you slowly beneath the surface until one day you realize you're different. So here's where we are. You have 4 daily rituals. Morning reflection to start with intention, negative visualization to build gratitude and courage, a midday reset to stay aligned with your values, and evening self-examination to learn and improve. These aren't complicated. They don't require special equipment or perfect circumstances. They just require consistency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's what these rituals are about, not endless philosophy. Action. Daily, disciplined action that shapes who you become. Start tomorrow. Pick one ritual, just one. Do it for 7 days. Then come back and tell me what changed. I promise you, something will. The Stoics believe that peace isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build one day at a time through deliberate practice. And now you know how. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, leave a comment letting me know which ritual you're going to try first. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, you already have everything you need to build a calmer, more focused life. You just need to practice.